Today I'm going to go over how I built this shelf for my compound sliding miter saw. I had a bit of help from my brother on how to do the calculations to make sure it would actually support the miter saw. And it's fully removable. I intended to be able to remove it and then mount it flat against the wall so that I could pull my car in here during the winter time. I never got around to completely finishing it so that I could mount it flush up against the wall. So today I'm going to take it down and finish building it, and I'll just review what I did to make it, as well as put some plans up on my website. So first I have to clean all the crap off of it. So that's the first thing. Oh look, my original plans. Wonderful dust collection bag. Okay, I'm going to skip this off into the back so I don't get a belly full of sawdust when I take it off the wall. Now, I haven't actually removed this since I mounted the miter saw to it, so I'm not totally sure how heavy it's going to be. Okay, so as you can see, I've got 3 eye bolts put into the studs in the wall, and then I also drilled some holes into the studs in the wall to accept pins at the bottom of the shelf. So as you can see, the eye bolts are mounted on the top, on this top 2x4, and the bottom pins are just bolts cut the heads off with an angle grinder. Without this angle, the eye bolts won't actually reach the hooks. Okay, so now that I realize how heavy this thing is, it's not nearly as removable as I thought it was going to be. I would say if I was going to do this again, first thing is, I wouldn't even put this shelf here. I would just leave the 2x4s in the bottom, because really the miter saw rests directly on the 2x4 supports. So this plywood does really nothing besides give you another place to put your junk instead of where it's supposed to go. I have these 3 extra bolts that I was actually going to mount into the 1 2x4 in the back. So I was going to be able to basically mount it like this up on the wall. And that was to give me more room in the shop if I had to work around it and to park my car. But it turns out I use this for almost every project that I've been working on. I seem to use this. So it's getting a lot more use than I thought it would. So I don't see a reason to put this up in the other direction. So I am going to put these in my parts bin and keep them for a later project. So right now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some additional support brackets here, just to better support any material so that it doesn't keep falling off every time I cut long pieces like 2x4s. And to do that, I'm just going to put it back up on the wall because I don't need it here on my workbench to do that, and it'll give me more space. top shelf. Plans available on my website. So I want to make sure I do not go any higher than the bed of the miter saw, or else it could pinch the blade. So it's okay to have it a little bit lower, but you definitely don't want it higher. And now to attack the other side in the same way. Since I had the shelf cleaned up, and since I had one of my other shelves cleaned up as well, to do the screw box shelf, I figured why not paint it? So I took everything off everything else, and I dug out my can of Oops paint that I got from Lowe's or Home Depot that the kids picked out, and I painted. So this is the finished shelf with the sliding miter saw. I added the extensions on the side. It doesn't seem to help that much more, so I still can't cut a 2x4 right in half. It'll only support about 36 inches without it falling off the side, but it's better than it was. So here's the final piece.